welcome to the channel, or welcome back. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Today, I want to share some of the biggest lessons that I've learned after over a decade of being a creator. I think these are super important to help you along your journey and to keep creating and to keep growing and to be successful in your career or your hobby or whatever this creative journey is for you. So thanks for being here, and let's dive in. So I think the first and most important lesson that I want to share with you is understanding that comparing yourself to others is going to completely rob all the joy that comes with creating. I think it's super easy for us to look at other people that are ahead of us and really get down on ourselves and feel like, oh man, I'm not at this level yet, and this is really where I want to be. And we feel like it's always not good enough, right? Because you're always going to find someone that's better than you. No matter where you look, I promise, I guarantee it. And art is subjective too, right? So like what's good enough for you may not be the same level as somebody else. So keep that in mind, that art is subjective, and like what is the best, what's really good is different for everyone. You really need to just keep creating, making your own work and trying to incrementally get better. And you do this through the process. Understand where you are right now, what you can create right now, and do that and learn from it. And the next time, just try to be a little bit better. That's it. I do this all the time. I compare myself to other people. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like an imposter. And I've been doing this for over a decade. That feeling doesn't change. And honestly, it doesn't go away. So I think it's not a matter of trying to eliminate it. It's just a matter of trying to reflect back on what really matters. And that's you just creating and just getting incrementally better. Also, remind yourself that every single creator was in your spot at one time or another. But the main difference is that they kept pushing through, they kept creating, and over time they got better. Nothing worthwhile in life is gonna be quick or gonna be easy. Slow down, understand it takes time, and as the cliche says, don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. You have to stop saying yes to everything at some point. Look, it's great when you're first getting started to have, hopefully, opportunities and being able to say yes to all those things. I think when you are just starting that you should say yes to a lot of things and a lot of different things. If somebody says, hey, do you want to film my wedding? Do you want to create reels for me on social media? Do you want to come make a little video for my pizza shop? Yes, I think you should say yes to all of those things and find what you really love and what you really enjoy. But if you've been doing this for a while, you have to stop saying yes to everything and just doing things for the sake of money. Maybe you really want to be a wedding filmmaker, but people keep asking you to create social media reels for them. Well, the more that you say yes to that thing, not only are you taking time away from what you really want to do, but then you're also creating more work that people are going to share and talk about, and you're just going to be trending in the wrong direction. Just because you're on the right path of creating doesn't necessarily mean that you're going anywhere if what you really want to do is something completely different. So make sure that after a while, you only say yes to the opportunities that are really going to help you grow in the ways that you want to grow, in the ways that you want to succeed. It's like having 10 cups in front of you and a pitcher of water. Well, if you pour into all 10 of those cups, all 10 of them are only going to have a little bit of water in them versus pouring that pitcher into one cup and having that one thing be full. That's like your creative journey. Put your effort and your energy into 1, maybe 2 cups and really focus on those things and get really good at them. If you want to spread yourself thin, that's fine. You're welcome to do that, but just know that you're probably not going to be an expert in any of those things, and you're just kind of not really going to have an identity as far as who you are as a creator. The next biggest lesson I learned is to charge what you are worth. Don't settle for something that is less than what you are worth. Now, take this with a grain of salt. Just because you can charge more does not mean that you should. You have to make sure that what you're producing, what you're creating, what you're providing is actually worth the value. If you're a beginner, you shouldn't just be raising your prices right off the bat, right? You want to make sure that you have a track record and you have some proof that what you do is effective and that you can operate at a high level and a professional level. Once you're at that point, make sure that you're charging what you're worth. How do you expect to move on to bigger, better clients, better projects? how to grow personally in your own life, financially, and to reach your own goals. You're not going to be able to do that if you stay stuck in the mindset that you're only worth a certain value. As you grow, your prices should grow with you. And I know that it's hard to accept. I know that we don't want to inconvenience people or feel like we're charging them too much, but I promise you that there is a market for your value. There are people out there that will pay what you want, so long as your work is in alignment with what that value is. Money can be a really tricky topic. I know this is not easy, but start to reframe the way that you think about money. Money is not bad, it's not evil, it's simply a tool. And so long as you go about business in an ethical and sincere and authentic way, I don't think that there's any issue in raising prices or talking about money or, charging what you're worth. Money is not this derogatory thing that everyone makes it out to be. It's simply a tool. It's all about how you use it and making sure that it aligns with where you are in your journey. This next one is a big one. It's one that people don't want to hear, but I'm going to say it anyway. Use the gear that you have. Stop feeling like the next piece of gear is going to be the thing that takes you to the next level, because it's not. Trust me, it's not. You can make really, really awesome videos on your iPhone. You can make really, really awesome videos on the camera and lens that you already have. You can go buy a super cheap light from Home Depot and shoot through a sheet to create awesome lighting. There are ways to make it happen with where you are now. And I really don't recommend buying gear until you really, really, really feel like you've completely outgrown the gear that you have now, and you are consistently creating projects that need a certain feature or a certain level of quality that you might not have at the moment. I didn't upgrade my camera gear for several years, and then I did upgrade, and I didn't upgrade again for another several years. And I'm talking like 5-6 years. I don't recommend just going all in and just having the best stuff right off the bat. You need to understand the fundamentals, understand good lighting, understand good storytelling, understand good framing, understand good editing. These are all things that don't require a big investment or a big budget. And if you can nail down those things, you can create really awesome stuff with the gear that you have now. And then when you are ready to upgrade, it's gonna actually be worth it. I could hand a beginner a $20,000 camera and they're not gonna make a video any better than what they would make if I handed them a $500 camera, right? It's about the skills that you have. The gear, it's just a tool. It is not gonna make you a better creator, a better filmmaker, better photographer, whatever you are as a creator. The last tip that I want to share is more from the business side of things. So if you're a freelancer, or if you do this for a living, or if you just want to make a little bit of money on the side as a side hustle, whatever it may be, you need to make connections. Make friends, make connections in this industry. As of the time of this video coming out, my business runs completely off of networking. I used to be in sales many years ago, and I did not like it. Personally, for me, I don't ever want to try to convince somebody to use my services. I just want there to be a mutual interest. And I think that the biggest way to do that, and the easiest without having to sell someone, is to actually just create authentic connections with people. People like to buy from who they know, like, and trust. And if you can be that person without forcing it, it makes it a really easy decision for you to be hired as a creator for whatever that person needs. The more connections that you make, the more opportunities you're gonna get. The more that you execute on those opportunities, the more that people are gonna recommend you and come back to you. It's a really awesome cycle to be in. I know this might be hard if you're not a people person, but I really urge you to try to make as many connections as you can. Start small, start with your family, start with your friends, then move on to businesses and people in your local area. Go online, join groups, join a coaching program, meet other people in that program. That's been a huge help for me. I joined a coaching program and made connections with the coach and with other people. And I consistently now work with many people from that group that I first met. So I hope these tips help you. Take them, apply them into your own life, into your own business, into your own journey. And remember that no matter what, just keep creating. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.